Hi, this is a review for FastCut by Magix. I reviewed one of their other programs before. This is a new program recently launched for editing your action cam footage or your GoPro footage. When you start, you'll be presented dialogue to either create a new project, open a project you saved previously, or watch an intro video to introduce you to the program. Let's click New Project. Now we can import some footage. In this case, I have some footage on my desktop I want to import. You can import it or copy it. Let's just import. Improve editing performance. Let's try that. You can then either preview, rewind, fast forward here, but let's just hit continue. Now you can actually select a template to use or use no template. Let's have a look here. There's distorted reality, there's bright future, there's this one here, there's 360, there's few here, not a huge amount, but there is a few to get you started, so let's just use the top one. It's now applying the template, and as you can see, it sort of split it into scenes with some music added. Here's your preview window. Here's your timeline, as you'd expect from any other video editor. You can apply over here optimize, you can do lens correction, and you can actually select a couple of the GoPros. They recommend if you're filming with a GoPro you select medium when you record, just to improve things when you're editing. Image stabilization, 180 rotation or rumble filter. You can then go to color and adjust things like the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, and the backlight correction. And you can adjust things on a color wheel. You can also do auto correction, so you can auto correct the color and the exposure. You then can go to templates, which is basically some filters such as add some noise, add an old movie effect, things like that. Then you can go to text, and under text is where you can add a title, things like that, like you would in other video editors. You can adjust your font and font size. You can add a shadow underneath, or you can even add a basic animation. There's some template titles available as well under templates. Then under the last tab we have audio. Here we can adjust the background music and the object you have selected. You can also go optimize video sound. It's deactivated by default. You can optimize it for voice, for the music, a voice, and add a dehisser if there's hissing in your audio, music and dehisser, wind and rumble filter if you have a lot of wind and rumbling sounds in your audio, which you might well do if you're doing some sort of action shots. You might have a lot of wind blowing. Then you can help remove it using this filter. You can also reduce background noise, fast or high quality. Let's optimize it for, let's just add that. Then you can do manual editing, finish editing, play and preview here. Let's have a look under file. As well as undo and redo next to file, you have the file menu, which has a cleaning wizard, which basically optimizes your Magix library. You can import another video. You can go to the internet here and say download media you might have on your Magix online album. You can export single frames as a BMP. I would like to see option to save as a PNG or a JPEG. Finish your movie from here, or settings. Here you can either go to settings for the current project, which basically allows you to rename your project or adjust its height and width. So if we untick automatic, we can select a preset here for the type of footage it is, or we can manually put in its width and height, and we can put in its aspect ratio such as 4:3 or 16:9, and then we can manually select frames per second, but I think I'll just leave it on automatic. Normally that works fine anyway. Then we can have a look at program settings. Here we can select where our project folder is by default. We can select if we're using a video standard for Europe, which is PAL, including the UK, or NTSC, which is mostly for the USA and Japan. Video mode, this is basically hardware acceleration. You can use compatibility mode, standard mode, alternative mode 2. I would probably leave it on standard. You can always use DirectX 9 or not. Then you can, when exporting as an MPEG 4 or MP4, you can use hardware acceleration if possible. That is off by default, I believe, but I would tick it and have it turned on. You can also select the default fade in and fade out for the music in milliseconds, and reset your dialogue windows here. Let's click OK. Under Edit is just undo redo. Effects is your rotate 90 degrees to the left. Effects settings, apply to the following objects, copy, paste and reset. Share is a share on Facebook or YouTube. Showify, I'm not really sure what that is, some other online service I suppose. Or share to Magix's own service called Online Album. Under About is where you can get to help documents, including a PDF manual. You can show the introduction video from here, you can disable tooltips, you can check for any online updates, and you can activate and deactivate your copy if you've purchased it. Because this is a new program, it is only 1.0 at the time, and that is the latest version at the time of making this video. Let's just play a little bit. As you can see, perhaps a little shaky. We could probably clean that up under Optimize. Let's go Image Stabilization. Activated. Now let's play again. Let's rewind and play. A little shaky still. Yes, so it does seem to still be very shaky when you have the image stabilization activated. It analyzes the image for motion and says activated. Then when we play, I don't really see huge amount of difference, at least in this sample footage I downloaded from them. Maybe slightly, it's hard to tell really, not much if at all. Let's have a look at more actions. Here you can copy effects and apply it to other scenes, or apply it all. This here is a button to open a wizard for inserting more footage. You can also, like I say, you can also do it from here as well. Basically, when you hit manual editing, as I've done, it says this action unlocks the film from the template. This action unlocks the film from the template for complete editing. This step cannot be undone, so let's just do it anyway. Now it is unlocked from the template, it's no longer associated with the template, so you can edit it further. As you see, you have the video clips here, any transitions are in between here which you can click on and adjust no fade, transition fade to black or more, and the length of the fade, preview the fade from here as well. You can also click on the audio as well, right click, insert music before or after, cut music at current, playhead, remove the piece of music, fade the music in and out, which is quite good. You also have split an object at the marker, so you can put your marker, say, let's grab the marker, say here, and then you can hit this and it splits that clip into multiple parts. This button here removes the part of the object left of the start marker. This button here is zoom. This here is use a lower quality to achieve a better playback performance, so if you're having performance issues you can click that. Transitions tab up here we have now opened. We have default, so you can select some of the default types of transitions available, or select a category for just 3D standard transitions that are kind of 3D like, and then double click it to insert. You can then do 3D morph transitions or a 3D tile transition. With the transitions, you can apply anti-aliasing to them or turn it off. You can also select the transition length down here. You can play them as well and OK that once you are ready to apply. Let's click Finish Movie. Now say we've finished our movie, we've edited it all we want, we've applied stabilization, things like that. We can now either upload it to YouTube or Facebook or other services directly, or we can export it ready for a mobile device or as a file straight to our computer. We click here, we can either save it as a Windows Media Video, MPEG-4, let's have MPEG-4, then we can either have it as a DVD quality, HD quality or Full HD. Most likely you're going to want Full HD. Then you can click Save Video and select where you want to save it, click OK. Then it will begin making the video. It will start rendering it and exporting it. Let's just cancel that for now. So what suggestions do I have for this? What do I like and hate about it? For an action cam editor, it's a great way for people that do a lot of action cam and GoPro footage to quickly edit and stabilize their videos, so you can import it straight away, get it all stabilized and any wind and rumble removed. I am mostly surprised that since Magix has started releasing a lot of software now for Mac, that this program, even though it's brand new, it's come straight out on Windows without a Mac version, so I would like to see a Mac version available. But apart from that, I think it's a great action cam and GoPro editor. There is a trial available. I recommend you download the trial. As I say, it's only available on Windows at this time. So thanks for watching. Please like and share this video, and if you could do me a huge favour and subscribe, as it only take a few seconds and will help me out a lot. Thanks.